Good morning, America. I'm Charles Gibson.
I'm Diane Sawyer, and it's Tuesday, September.
What is it about VHS footage? What makes it so admirable in film and digital art aesthetics? Is it because it's vintage? Is it because it's coveted for its nostalgic effect? Both of these things are only part of the equation of why we love VHS video as a visual expression. Think about what makes VHS such an accessible aesthetic approach to lo-fi visuals. VHS footage works not because it's bad or low quality, but it works because some of the cinematic expression is baked into the video style itself. Back in the day when you were watching a film or tape and you had to step away from the screen for a moment, you would press pause. But what happened when you did that? Was the screen with your movie on it totally still? Or was it still moving a bit, hazy, buzzing, pulsating? VHS footage is typically never totally still. It still moves a bit, and it vibrates. Its pixelated static flows through what would be an otherwise still image, giving it a sort of glitched effect. In this pulsating VHS phenomena, herein lies the appeal in its aesthetic. Take Corp's 2016 Vaporwave Grail, News at 11. It's an album, but it features many VHS sound elements that are used as samples from the September 9/11 attacks. Corp is able to thread these elements and sounds together with music that highlights the consumer celebratory sentiment pre the 9/11 tragedy in New York City. Even Corp acknowledges on their Bandcamp that the musical works are for entertainment as well as educational. I believe this is a nod to the fertile soil that is the Vaporwave and VHS aesthetic in academia.
Good morning, America. I'm Charles Gibson.
I'm Diane Sawyer, and it's Tuesday, September 11th, 2001.
It is lunchtime in London, 5 a.m. in Los Angeles, and 8 a.m. here in New York, live from the CNN Financial News headquarters.
It is beautiful outside, perfect September day with lots of sunshine. Oh, would you look at Washington, huh? I'm going outside today.
Other than that, it's kind of quiet around the country. We like quiet. It's quiet. It's too quiet.
Today, we've had a national tragedy. 2 airplanes have crashed into the World Trade Center in an apparent terrorist attack on our country.
When we get into the level of blending and remixing real-life events taken from VHS tapes, creating an audio experience that lives online but has a sort of subtle commentary on an era that used VHS tapes to document one of the biggest events in American and world history, we truly have something fascinating. Did the American government, did the people of the United States ever expect that when those VHS recorders were rolling on 9/11 that the very audio from those tapes would be used to stimulate the approach to an online art movement like Vaporwave? This is why you see people comment on liminal space videos claiming they've been to that place before, or they feel a feeling they don't have a word for. It's because we all, in a way, experience the same thing. We experienced the glitched, imperfect video era, the era that had emotion, but it didn't have a name. It was intended to be a part of a final product, so we didn't really talk about it. We wanted to watch the film. We weren't there for the visual hiccups and distortion that came with the medium, but we were all affected by it. This is why there are countless apps for smartphones that duplicate the VHS aesthetic today. This is why more and more media companies are recreating nostalgic content.
And of course, teenagers can come together to shop.
Because in the static was something special. Within the static was an opportunity, an unintended magic, a happening, one that we would bury in the back of our minds during the time.
This just in, you are looking at obviously a very disturbing live shot there. That is the World Trade Center, and we have unconfirmed reports this morning that a plane has crashed into one of the towers of the World Trade Center. There is a major incident.
One person that we must acknowledge as a pioneer in archival work and the queen of VHS is the late great Marion Stokes. Marion was a TV producer and activist. She created her own show called Input in 1967, which she facilitated deep conversations about sociology, philosophy, and media theory. She was very much ahead of her time.
Your theory that you expound is selecting from within the diversity of behavior, even within these borders between the Atlantic and the Pacific Ocean, the Hopi Indians, have a non-aggressive culture, a non-aggressive approach, a cooperative approach, which is certainly a part of the whole human diversity. This theory and this concept is sort of self-fulfilling prophecy because it denies that end of the diversity.
And in 1977, she recorded practically 35 years worth of non-stop VHS news footage until her death in 2012. Over 70,000 tapes out of the 9 properties she operated, hundreds of thousands of hours of television footage. She's recorded things that have likely never been uploaded to YouTube. She has documented so much of the world's history. She's captured so much world and lost local news. And she did it because she didn't want to miss anything. She knew that the world was moving at lightning speeds, and she wanted to document every moment. I dedicate this video to the great Marion Stokes, the woman who captured decades of the world of video, pioneering the activism and activity of recording the world around us. If you haven't already, watch her documentary, Recorder. Thank you for watching my channel. If you'd like to see more, consider supporting via the links in the description. Thank you.